Hi everybody, this is Nati, known to many as Entrepreneur in Stilettos. Thank you for having me, for tuning into my YouTube channels. For those who are already members, thank you for coming and returning. Those who are new, please make sure to click on that subscribe button on the bell to receive notification and to be notified every time I upload a new video. Today, I wanted to touch a little bit on maybe a few minutes just on different topics. So the first one I want to talk about is positivity, right? The power of being positive, how it helps you be in a better mindset, in a better mood, in a better way of being, I guess you can say. So one of the things that I like to do, and it's something that's become a norm for me for a few years now. I would say going back maybe a good 6, 7 years I started. It's writing a journal, a daily journal with things that I have gratitude for. Like for instance, today I can write something, 3 things that I have gratitude for. Now, understand that I'm gratitude every day for many, 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 many things because I'm completely blessed all around me. But it's always good to at least write down 3, you know, things that really pops out through the day because every day could change, right? So when I started writing my journal of gratitude, my book of gratitude, my notes of gratitude, whatever that looks like to you, right? I started to write it maybe like 6 years ago, and then I started to notice that as the more I wrote about things that I have gratitude for, the better I started to feel in life. Each day I woke up with a positive outlook, a positive attitude. My declarations felt good. Um, it just put me in a better, lighter mood, no matter what came my way. So I found that writing down, either at the end of the night or maybe the next day in the morning, you can reflect on the day before and just jot down things that you're grateful for, things that you're happy for, things that um, you're thankful for. It could be a thing, it could be someone, it could be a circumstance that you were going through and came to some solution and you're happy about. But yeah, that's kind of what I do. I like to take a notebook and I like to jot down things that I'm grateful for. I actually have a little piece I found. I think I found it online and I printed it out and I cut it out and used it in my office, and it clearly says real big. It says, "I am grateful for dot dot dot." And I know that for me, it definitely allows me and helps me to set the mood for the day when I get into the office. But I also found that those that work around me, when they walk by and it pops out, it has very bright colors, right? When they see it, they come to me and say, "Wow, you know what, Natty, that I really like that. But did you find this?" "Oh, you just put I am grateful or I have gratitude and go to images and Googles and things of that nature will pop up any color you like." But yeah, and she goes and she asks me, "Why did you put up there?" I said, "I've been putting up there since I discovered The Secret, the documentary or the audiobook or um, the book itself. And that's where I got it from, the idea. And ever since, no matter what job I'm at or where I go or where I work or my line of duty, I always make sure that I print a new one out, or if not, carry the same one I have, and I post it right on my office where everybody can see, and it says very big, "I am grateful, and that helps me so much in declaring my day and starting my day with positivity and things that I'm grateful for. I want to, well, this was a goal before and I have been able to sort of accomplish. I then wanted to keep a positive mindset, um, regardless of what was going on in the day. So this is a way I found that was very effective for me to keep me in the present, to keep me in the now, and to keep me um, in a state of, thankfulness and gratitude, being grateful. Now that it's been a few years since I started this, I find it to be like a regular everyday routine, um, to remind me that I am blessed, that I do have so much to have gratitude for, regardless of what I'm going through in my life or where I stand at the moment. That it also reminds me that at times in life I actually have been in worse situations, so I have so much to have gratitude for. And sometimes I even have gratitude for the little things that we take for granted, right? Like sometimes I say, you know what? Have so much gratitude for the fingers that I'm still able to utilize. I have so much gratitude for the hands I'm able to use, to be able to use them and, hug my daughter, cook with them, wash, just things that we don't think about how important it is to us if they were missing, right? Um, but yeah, one of the things that helped me is it's definitely keeping a journal or, you know, a book of gratitude, things of that nature. And I'm telling you, if you try it, just give it a few days. If you try it, you will notice the difference in how you feel internally. And what I will suggest is, so you can actually measure. Some people like to measure, right? Um, Metrics. They wanted to be able to measure things that they've changed and the impact. What you can also do is you can jot down all your gratitudes per day on a piece of paper and cut them out individually and just put them in a jar. So at the end of the year, you can pull out that jar and then you can pull out everything through the year that you're grateful for. Okay? So that's what I like to do. Um, Another thing that I like to do to keep myself positive, and if I feel maybe that I may be heading in that feeling that we all get, a little, bad energy maybe, or maybe you feel a little something heavy coming on. One of the ways that I like to change and shift my mind on that is by putting on music, positive music, uplifting music. I find that as soon as I put music, it changes my whole mood immediately. Something that can make me move around, make me get hyped up, get me, excited and happy, bring me good memories. So I find that when I just say, you know what, let me just put music, it will lighten things up. It actually does. It helps me shift my mind. It lets me uh, focus out, right? And it allows me to get out of my head, which I think a lot of us go through that. We go through our heads and it's like, oh man, here comes those negative thoughts and talks. So yes, jotting down things that I have gratitude for on a piece of paper, maybe cutting them and putting them in a jar to collect them at the end of the year. Maybe on New Year's Eve you can actually pull them out, right? And then the next thing, or the other thing I would like to, that I usually utilize, is putting on music, shifting, letting those feelings just change and be uplifted and be upbeat by music that I like, that I love, that pumps me up, right? Um, yes, so another thing that I like to do is to keep myself positive. Besides the gratitude, and they kind of go hand in hand a little bit, I like to jot down um, good things or blessings I see of other people. That's what I like to do. I like to write a person's name, and then I like maybe, a few, two, three, four, whatever you're feeling like, right? Whatever comes up for you, let it be, right? I'll write the names, and then I'll write the few things that I well, not the few things, but the blessings I see in this person. The blessings I see in so and so is that you are magnetic, you are striking, you are an influencer, you are a leader, things of that nature. You are love, you are joy, you are happy, you are wisdom. These are the things that I like to share with other people, right? And so I write this stuff down sometimes, and when I do, it's a reminder to me of, you know what? There's something missing here. And you want to know what's missing? What's missing is that instead of me writing it down, which pretty much is what helps me get to that point, it's calling them and say, you know what? I haven't talked to you in a while, but I remember those good times we used to have, and this is what came up for me. You are loving. You are a leader. You are, this, or you are that. And maybe tell them why you feel that way, or what experience you had. Share with them what experience you had with them that motivated you to make that call or that text. If you're a little too shy for calls, maybe texting. Hey, listen, I haven't heard from you in a while, but I wanted to let you know you crossed my mind. And I remember those good memories. And you know what? You're such a great person. You're very loving. You're very caring. You're a leader. Whatever it is that comes up for you, what you feel for that person. That helps me keep positive, to see the good, the blessings in other people, right? Another thing that keeps me positive is trying to keep aware of where my mind and my thoughts are. We all do it. We are all definitely guilty of having negative thoughts. Sometimes we talk to ourselves the wrong way. So, how do I shift that? Well, you know what? This is what I tell myself. When I find that I tell myself something negative, or I'm making up a story in my head, or I'm in my head, or I am, not in the in the positive mode, I tell myself, is this something, whatever it is that I'm telling myself at the moment, right? I tell myself, I try to change and shift it, and I say, will you tell this to your daughter? Will you tell your daughter you're not good enough? Will you tell your daughter you will not pass that test? Will you tell your daughter you're not going to pass that, you're not going to get that certification? Will you tell your daughter, no, you cannot buy that house? Will I tell my daughter, no, you cannot expand from where you are? No, 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 you can't, you can't, you can't. That is absolutely not what I would teach my daughter. In the contrary, I will push her. I will support her. I would encourage her. I will motivate her. I will influence her. So as soon as I have this awareness and I catch myself with maybe a few negative thoughts or negative ideas or stories, or I'm in my head, I say, wait a minute. This is not what you will feed your daughter. You will tell you can, and you will. And if you think about it, you already have. So that's how I like to stay positive. I like to change my mindset on my thinking. It all starts with the mind. And one of my favorite quotes is, and I tell a lot of people, because this landed for me when I first discovered The Secret back in September 2007, when I started to do my transformation on my own the last few years. And I was doing the audiobook actually for The Secret, which is one of my favorites, by the way. It's just, there's so much to that teachings and learning that I could always talk. There's so much for me to cover with that book. But one of the things that really, really landed for me was Bob Proctor, when he said, if you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. And that really, really landed for me, because it wasn't until then when I created my vision board. And I used to just focus out into that vision board, just stare at it and believe. I had to believe that I already had accomplished all of that. I had to almost sense and feel it. And I had to I remember I used to close my eyes and I used to pretend like I was touching and holding the steering wheel of my vehicle, which now my mindset has grown and upgraded, so it's time to upgrade hopefully soon. But it all starts with the mind. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hands. And I truly, truly believe that, because I've been able to start in the mind, put my intentions, believe, and then let the universe do its magic, and it's manifested. Some has manifested very, very fast, and others has taken years in the making. But let me tell you, 10 years after I've created my vision board, I have to say most of it has come true. So guys, I hope that this was helpful for you guys, helping you guys to keep positive. If you feel yourself that you might be a little bit, feeling off, a little off balance, maybe this is a few tools to bring you back into that positive lane. Again, remember to jot down a few things on your book of gratitude or your list of gratitude daily, right? It will shift you immediately. Don't forget to maybe put some music, dance around, sing along, shake what your mama gave you and feel positive. And last but not least, shift the mind. Shift that mind into thinking something positive. Putting a vision in your mind and knowing that it's already happened, and that if it's meant to be, it will be. With these lovely words, guys, I hope you guys are doing great. I've been on 11 and a half weeks quarantine already. And if this is the new norm, I open it with welcome arms. With welcome arms. We have to adapt. We have to be innovative. This is a rebirth. We have to reinvent. And I'm very happy that I've been given this opportunity to be able to do so much on my bucket list that I could have never done had I been working inside an office. But working from home has given me an opportunity that I couldn't have asked for a better one. But anyway, guys, Entrepreneur in Stilettos, again, thank you for visiting my page. Again, immense thank you for revisiting me, those who are members. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click on that button, subscribe, like my content, and please share it with as many as you can on your platform. Love you guys.